Hey everybody, I'm Jake Baldino. Today is September 4th, 2015, and welcome to our Untitled Friday Gaming News Show thing. I hope you all had a wonderful and bountiful Force Friday. I know I did. But let's talk about video games, starting off with Star Wars, more specifically Battlefront servers. According to some information getting out and some details being let slip by an EA community manager, apparently the new Battlefront game isn't going to have server browsing. A server browser, of course, in some multiplayer games give you the complete control of finding your exact match, where, when you want, what game type, everything. You know, like something you see in like Counter-Strike or Battlefield. Apparently the new Battlefront isn't going to have that, and a lot of games are going this way, but for Battlefront, I think it's going to be severely missed. I know I'm certainly going to miss it because that was something I really liked. And I think this kind of hurts community aspects a little bit. This gives players a little less control with all of that, and that's unfortunate. And, you know, it does seem like there's a lot of bad news here and there coming out about Battlefront, little disappointments here and there. But I still have hopes for the game because I love Star Wars, and I just want to play more Battlefront. And in smaller news, we have a new trailer for the game Soma. This is being developed by Frictional Games, the people who made Amnesia, and it looks awesome. This new trailer is really just an environments trailer showing off all the creepy environments, and it's not that scary at all, but I really like the aesthetic this game is going for, and I can't wait to play it. And it's funny too, with games like these, I try and avoid a lot of the information. I don't really want to see the monsters. I don't really want to see the scares until I play the game. And honestly, I'm very surprised. Soma looks like it's taking a lot of cues from BioShock. It looks like a scarier BioShock, and I'm all about that. The trailer for Soma, and like everything else I'm talking about today, is linked down in the description. And in quick video game movie news, I feel like I keep talking about video game movies here, but it's because they are coming back. We do have the first look at Game Changers. This is the BBC movie about Rockstar Games and when they made Grand Theft Auto 3. And it's got some serious star power behind it. Daniel Radcliffe is playing one of the Hauser brothers, and we got Bill Paxton as Jack Thompson. Yeah, you remember Jack Thompson? The guy who was trying to ban all the video games? Well, he's one of the main points of contention in this movie, and I'm really excited to see that go down in a dramatized movie manner. I never thought that would ever see the light of day. It's a very short look at the upcoming movie, but I am really excited because this is like a pivotal moment in video game history, the making of Grand Theft Auto 3 and how the media handled it and the creation basically of Rockstar as we know it today. It's really exciting. Oh, and also real quick, if any of you care, Amiibo alert, we got a Shovel Knight Amiibo. Holy fuck, look at it. I need it. That's it. That's all I have to say about that. It looks apparently like to some leaks in Europe, it might be coming out November 27th, but whatever. Shovel Knight's awesome. And in some interesting little news, getting a little bit on the tech side, but something I find incredibly interesting. For those who don't know, Apple is about to release a bunch of new products. Of course, a new iPhone, you know, an updated keyboard for the iPad, stuff like that, but they are also announcing possibly a new Apple TV. This is not an actual television, but the set-top box that people use, you know, to watch Netflix. It's like an Amazon Fire TV, a thing like that. The new Apple TV, though, apparently is going to take some cues from Nintendo. According to reports and leaks and stuff like that, the new Apple TV remote, you know, the one that you always lose in your couch, is apparently going to use touch controls. But not only that, it might also use motion controls like a Wiimote. I don't know, I think that's really funny. It's just interesting how these completely different industries interact with each other, because on the one hand, you have the Nintendo Wii U, which takes a lot of cues from the popularity of the iPad, making the iPad a freaking game controller. And then on the flip side, boom, you got people like Apple who are trying, I guess, maybe to change how people watch TV, and they're using Wii motion controls. I think that's cool. Check out this retro arcade cabinet thing. This portable arcade machine is called Battlecade, and it's almost like an old wooden suitcase that you open up, and it opens up like an old plastic battleship game where each player has a side with a joystick, and there's a screen in the middle of two sides. And it's programmed to play a bunch of old cool classic multiplayer games, and it's portable, and it's so awesome, and I want it. This thing is like video game tech porn, and like I said, I always like to just bring cool things that we discover out to you guys, but unfortunately, this isn't ever really going to be for sale. This is a custom-made one thing, and it apparently costs like $3,000, and there aren't any plans to really market it. I wish there was. Please do that, because I would love nothing more than to bring a cool little box to my friend's house, pop it down on the kitchen table, and we both play two-sided screens, whatever game we want. And the last thing of the day, and you know, we shouldn't even talk about him because he's just making jokes, and he's also kind of irrelevant, and people are mad at him, and you know, now he's getting more attention. But let's talk about Jimmy Kimmel for a second. I put out a video yesterday talking about how Jimmy Kimmel had made jokes about people who watch people play video games on YouTube and how that sucked, and then also how he liked to call out all the haters who gave him death threats and stuff, and just basically kind of mocking gamers. And he's a comedian, and that's fine. I get it. But then again, at the same time, he still promotes this whole misunderstanding that all gamers are losers and they're weird and lonely and they live in their basement. And that kind of sucks, so I took him to task for that. I made a video, and I also made the video inviting Jimmy Kimmel to play video games with me, and like, you know, I could teach him what it's all about. And it was kind of just in good fun, and it was a joke. But thank you guys so much who did promote that and shit and tweet that at him. That was really, really cool. But unfortunately, it looks like Markiplier beat us to it. Markiplier, for those of you who don't know, is the Let's Player that isn't PewDiePie. And him and another Let's Player got to go on Jimmy Kimmel in this whole pre-recorded segment that honestly was kind of really awkward. Jimmy Kimmel showed up, kind of wasn't funny. He sucked at games, and he kind of just still pretended to not understand it and just kind of mock them, almost to their face. But ultimately, this was just kind of like another awkward bit that kind of sucked and didn't really get anything anywhere. But you guys have been pretty outspoken about this, and like whether like you don't care about this, or you're pissed off at Jimmy Kimmel, or you're passive because whatever, he is just a comedian, who cares? I like the fact that this is a bigger conversation, and like, you know, how we're perceived, you know, us, like me and you guys are perceived to like mainstream media, like what we do. But last but not least, speaking of cool shit, I got some codes to give away for Life is Strange, actually, a season pass. I've been playing Life is Strange here and there, and it's pretty cool. You know, the dialogue is a little awkward, but ultimately it's a fun game and it plays a good story, and I'm honestly liking it a lot better than some of the Telltale games' latest offerings. And if you guys do want to win a code for this season pass access, I do have 2 codes for PC, 1 for Xbox One and PS4. So all you gotta do is follow me on Twitter if you didn't already, and tweet me. All you gotta do is tweet me with the hashtag how about Jake is strange, and of course let me know what console you want the code for. I will announce the winners of the code on my Twitter on Wednesday, September 9th, okay? So go look at my profile then to see who won. I hope you do win, because the game is really cool. But that's it for me, guys, this week. It was a little bit of a slow week in interesting video game news. I'm still just playing Mad Max and Metal Gear, so I don't really care. But I do want to know what you guys think about all this stuff in the comments. Are you pissed about Battlefront? Does that drive you nuts? You know, let me know if you're gonna get a Shovel Knight amiibo, if you're one of those crazy people that collects them like me. But as usual, guys, if you did like this video, maybe click the like button, because that really helps me out, because this show is my baby, and I want to get it out there to people. But, you know, if you want to help me, that's cool. And if you are new, subscribing is the best thing you can do, because we put out videos on this channel every single day. But guys, thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you next time. Yeah. Good night.